And a good morning to you. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Cutter Martin here with the check of your First Alert forecast, streaming on weather where you are. I want to remind you, we are streaming across many platforms at the moment. We are live in the First Alert weather app, the Atlanta News First app, First Alert, Atlanta News First rather.com. Also, Roku, Amazon Fire Stick. One place, though, if you have any weather questions, comments, concerns about the forecast, maybe you need that clarification, we have that forecast at atlantanewsfirst.com at any time, also in the First Alert weather app. But YouTube is the place to be. Atlanta News First is the place to stream and get that latest First Alert forecast. So we're going to go ahead and pull up radar, sit on there for a minute while we get our bearings and get some of our weather graphics set, and then I'll be right back here in just a moment with a proper check of your First Alert forecast. All right, welcome back again. As you can see, everything is clear and dry across North Georgia, Metro Atlanta. In fact, not just the state, but we're talking the region. Much of the country is quiet right now. However, next First Alert weather day and the offing Tuesday into Wednesday. We'll talk about that in detail here in just a moment. But that system already starting to impact California and the West Coast, driving moisture into that area. Of course, coming towards the end of their rainy season, very typical. Off to the south and east, Texas is dry, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina. Everyone is quiet, not just dry here across North Georgia and Metro Atlanta, but we're mostly sunny. Again, finally, not just dry, but also loads of sunshine in the First Alert forecast, and that sun allowing temperatures to recover nicely after what was a pretty chilly morning across the metro, really all of the Atlanta News First viewing area. Temperatures in the mid-upper 30s in spots this morning. I know, for example, Canton, Cherokee County, Cartersville, Bartow County, on up into the mountains. Many communities outside of the immediate metro woke up to 30s this morning. Lower 40s in the city, even upper 30s just outside of I-285. But look at where temperatures are right now. Again, we're starting to warm up. Temperatures back in the upper 50s and lower 60s. 61, Hartsfield-Jackson, Atlanta International Airport. 57 in Blairsville. 57 in Rome. Already 63 in LaGrange. 63 in the General Troup County area. And also temperatures in the lower 60s, Locust Grove, Covington, Athens. So not only sunshine, but very comfortable temperatures, dry air, light breeze. Nice weather underway. Again, weather where you are. We're going to break it down here community by community, bring you down to the neighborhood level just so you know what's going on in your local area as we go through this Good Friday and then on through the Easter weekend, a weekend in which so many people will be outside, seizing the opportunity and enjoying that sunshine. One slight negative to an otherwise, we'll call it perfect, Easter weekend forecast is the fact that sunshine, dry air, light breeze, all three of those factors have pollen levels soaring to extreme levels once again today. Your level from Atlanta Allergy and Asthma, 1646, so 1,646. Keep in mind, yesterday we were well above 4,000, so subtle improvement, but still in the extreme range and still primarily tree pollen causing the issues out there. Grass is low, wheat levels high, mold spores or mold levels are moderate. Now keep in mind the pollen you see on your car, on your patio, on your roof, sometimes your siding, pretty much coating the surface of anything outside, that's primarily pine pollen, and that's actually not the pollen that is causing the most respiratory issues across North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. It's the really small pollen, the finest of the particles that are more readily and easily inhaled and that cause the bigger allergy and respiratory issues for folks across North Georgia and Metro Atlanta in particular. Again, outside all that sunshine, this is a live look outside right now. Georgia 400 at I-285, top end of the perimeter. We're looking southbound from Sandy Springs, so that's going to be Buckhead in the foreground, and then beyond that, Midtown and downtown Atlanta. 61 in Atlanta, that's Hartsfield-Jackson, Marietta 60, Lawrenceville 61. So all of our Gwinnett County neighborhoods now warmer than 60. Sunshine really allowing it and making for a nice warm-up out there with temperatures in the lower 60s over in Athens as well. So if you're streaming from the UGA campus, it'll be absolutely stunning. Already is, and only going to get nicer through the afternoon. And want to remind you, if you are outside this afternoon, you can always grab the First Alert forecast latest update in the First Alert weather app. That's the app being loaded up right now. All you have to do is search First Alert Weather or Atlanta News First in your app or Google Play Store. You'll get the app with current conditions, hour-by-hour forecasts. Maybe a little hard to tell on your view, but that is a video right there at the top. One of two, actually, recorded by First Alert Meteorologist Rodney Harris with the latest forecast, both the cold this morning and then an updated afternoon and evening forecast for you. And that is always available in the First Alert Weather app, again, much like this hour-by-hour forecast. Also, maybe if you're streaming on one device or if you're watching on Roku right now, you can scan the QR code just by holding up the camera option on your smartphone to the QR code upper right-hand corner of the screen. That's going to be a good place to download an easy option, an easy route to download the First Alert Weather app. Again, whether where you are, we're about 6 minutes into the stream. Want to remind you, if you have any weather questions, comments, concerns, we're live streaming on many platforms right now, but you can get your questions answered, any concerns with the forecast addressed on YouTube. Atlanta News First is the account to like and to follow. In fact, I'm watching that feed here. Several folks watching at the moment, and no questions coming in so far. But a reminder, if you do need clarification on that forecast, even if you're watching abroad, outside of North Georgia and Metro Atlanta, feel free to give me a holler. Again, my name is Cutter Martin, First Alert Meteorologist here at Atlanta News First, and I'll be answering questions as they come in. Hour-by-hour forecast, though, fairly straightforward. Temperatures warm to the low to mid-60s, lunch hour, upper 60s and lower 70s this afternoon, 2, 3, 4 p.m. Even for the dinner plans, tonight is a night for the patio. So if you plan on grilling or going to a restaurant with the patio, eat outdoors. It's going to be absolutely stunning. Temperatures in the low to mid-70s mid-afternoon. We're back in the upper 60s by late afternoon, early evening, and then lower 60s by 9, 10 p.m. You know, it does get a little bit cooler. After sunset, the air is very dry, and it is, mid-late March. Temperatures warm up quickly during the day because of the sunshine and dry air, and then cool very quickly during the evening as soon as we lose the power of the sun. But speaking of the afternoon, we're back up to 73 in the city of Atlanta, Gainesville, even the northeast side, typically one of our cooler spots. 71, not bad. Gorgeous day on Lake Lanier, and wind not too much of a problem on this Good Friday before Easter Sunday, a day in which a lot of folks probably taking a long weekend, maybe going out to the lakes. Water temperature is still chilly, but weather above the water is absolutely stunning. Athens 72, your high temperature. Rome 73, Noonan at 72 this afternoon. Again, it's going to be very, very nice. Not forecasting really any issues tonight into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow will be chilly to start, though not as cold as this morning. I think fewer 30s, more 40s. Speaking of, and we'll go back to your evening forecast here in just a minute, but this is how we will begin our Easter weekend, our Saturday. Temperatures in the upper 30s and lower 40s across the area. So just keep in mind, it's going to be rather cool. You will still want the light jackets across the area, no matter where you're watching from, because it will be on the cold side tomorrow morning, on the chilly side, I should say. Not everyone dealing with the coldest of the weather. Speaking of that between period, between this afternoon and tomorrow morning, the evening does feature a pretty significant temperature change, as mentioned, maybe date night tonight on this Friday. We're going to be back in the lower 70s early this afternoon, upper 60s by 7 p.m., so already starting to cool back a bit, with temperatures back in the lower 60s 9 p.m. and upper 50s by 11 p.m. So as soon as that sun does set, 8:30s when we're almost in total darkness, that is when temperatures will really start to drop, and you will notice the chill across North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. So just keep that in mind. Temperatures do cool after sunset. And tomorrow we're going to wake up to chilly temperatures back in the 40s inside the perimeter. Could still be some 30s up in the mountains tomorrow morning, the far north suburbs. Could be some 30s squeezed in there. But that's tomorrow morning. Let's talk about tomorrow afternoon. Gorgeous for just about anything outdoors. It's going to be a warming trend. It's going to get much, much warmer in the First Alert forecast. It's certainly something we're going to be watching as we go through the afternoon and the evening tomorrow, and then on into Sunday and even Monday. Weekend warming trend is certainly on tap across North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. City of South Fulton, 78, 79 Smyrna, East Point, 77. So even tomorrow, we're not far away from the 80-degree mark. Get outside and enjoy it because, yes, warmer, but with low humidity, light breeze, it's going to be absolutely stunning. And now if it were 80 and very humid, it might feel a little bit more uncomfortable for the outdoor plans, a little bit more muggy, but just not the case tomorrow. 78 Marietta, 78 in Sandy Springs, 77 Decatur, 77 in Alpharetta. As we get into the eastern part of the metro, not a big change here. Pretty much everyone 77, 78 degrees, just shy of the 80-degree mark. However, in the first alert forecast, we are anticipating and expecting a bigger warm-up as we get into Sunday, Easter Sunday, on into Monday. In fact, we're forecast to hit high temperatures in the lower 80s, not just one day. And keep in mind, the warmest temperature so far this early spring period has been 81. We may beat that, at least tie it, and then actually we have not yet had 2 consecutive days 80 or warmer. In the first alert 7-day forecast, we're forecasting Sunday to hit 80, Monday to hit 81, and Tuesday to hit 80. So we'll be fairly warm, substantially so, given the time of year. And then, of course, it does come to an end. We're still in late March by that point, pushing early April, or in early April, I should say. So it's still pretty normal to get some cold fronts in here across North Georgia and metro Atlanta. So temperatures do drop, going from 80s to 60s. So a little bit cooler, but still very nice next Wednesday with that high temperature of 65. Yes, cooler than the previous 80-degree day, but with increasing sunshine and better weather in the first alert forecast. Now, something we're going to be watching along with that cool down is the fact that with that front moving through, showers and thunderstorms will be back in the first alert forecast. For us, the severe threat is relatively low. But this storm system will be making the rounds on social media. I'm sure you're going to hear it on local and national news outlets. Big-time severe weather possible for the southern plains. Pretty classic severe weather setup for portions of Texas, Oklahoma, northern Louisiana, kind of near the Arklatex, into Arkansas, Missouri, eastern Kansas, and some of the Ohio River Valley. And the Mississippi River Valley into the upper Midwest, central Midwest, and then on towards Ohio. Severe weather for them. For us, we're watching Tuesday night into Wednesday. I don't think it's a widespread severe weather threat. Nonetheless, first alert weather day, Tuesday evening. So even though it's the day, Tuesday evening, Tuesday night is the time to focus on and the time that showers and thunderstorms will be most prevalent. So you see a 30% chance daytime Tuesday, a 30% chance daytime Wednesday, but sandwiched in between later Tuesday evening, Tuesday night, wee hours of Wednesday morning, that rain chance is going to skyrocket to about 80%, 100%. We're pretty certain, we're pretty confident in the fact that showers and thunderstorms will be in the first alert forecast. However, it looks like it's mainly late Tuesday into the wee hours of Wednesday morning. So Tuesday night, we're going to be watching for that thunderstorm potential. Low risk of severe weather locally, but low does not mean equals 0. Something we're going to be watching pretty closely. But between now and then, gorgeous weather tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Perfect weather to get outside. A little cloudier Monday, but hey, still upper 70s, lower 80s. Gorgeous weather. Morning still cool. Even Monday morning with a high of 81. We're still going to wake up to 50s for most of us. Maybe some lower 60s, so not too bad. And then quickly turning cooler as soon as those showers and thunderstorms move through. Tuesday into Wednesday, cooler. I think Thursday morning, a little chilly. Once again, could be some 30s outside of the metro, especially up in the mountains, higher elevations, and the far north metro Thursday morning. And already that warming trend begins. You see Wednesday afternoon, mid-60s, upper 60s Thursday, and the First Alert Weather app, another good reason to have it. That 10-day forecast is available at any time in the First Alert Weather app, and there's a more significant warming trend in that first alert forecast as we go into next Friday, day 8, next Saturday, day 9, next Sunday, day 10, in the first alert forecast. Again, you can get that in the First Alert Weather app and at AtlantaNewsFirst.com at any time. I want to thank you for tuning in for streaming today's weather where you are. Again, I'm in for First Alert Meteorologist Ella Dorsey. She'll be back Tuesday. First Alert Meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi is covering that weather where you are Monday stream, talking about, especially by Monday, we're going to start focusing more and getting more and more specific on that Tuesday night storm risk for North Georgia and metro Atlanta. Right now, it's kind of bookmark it. No storms are possible. Storms may wake you up Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning. This is your First Alert and your First Alert weather day. For that time period. We'll continue to keep you updated right here. In fact, streaming and on traditional broadcasts. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Valdez is working on the First Alert forecast. Has been in for a couple hours now, and we'll be back on your screen and streaming. Again, you can watch our normal newscast anywhere you are streaming this particular forecast, and she'll be back here at noon in just a few minutes with the complete First Alert forecast, keeping you updated right here. Streaming as well. So just keep that in mind. Even if you have a busy weekend and you're out and about, you're outside, So plenty of opportunity to get outside and enjoy the sunshine. For example, today we have the Braves home opener Fest happening in Summer Hill. First Alert Meteorologist Patrick Pete live from that event coming up in the afternoon shows, newscasts, with your live weather forecast. But here coming up in about 13 minutes, First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Valdez with a closer look at the rest of today and this weekend, looking ahead to next Tuesday night's First Alert Weather Day as well. We'll continue to keep you updated right here on Atlanta News First and streaming on Atlanta News First Plus. Have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.